Every day that passes, I learn a little more. There's always something I've never seen before. It's effortless attention, I'm tuning all the time, and everything around me filters through my mind.
Okay, hello and welcome. I am here with my old friend Damien.
Hey guys, hey guys.
Hi. I'm so excited to have you on my podcast. You were like the first person I asked and I was like, yeah, and then like I think you ghosted me for a little bit, but I kept nagging you and here we are.
Yeah, no, we made it. We made it. Tend to be a kind of busy guy sometimes.
I know, yeah, with all those kids and athletics and working, it's a busy life that we lead. So, yeah, you have so many posts and they're so amazing about I would say like recovery and salvation and healing after depression. Everything you post is just like phenomenal. I just like want to pick your brain today and tell me everything. I don't. So, okay, we met in middle school
Uh-huh.
and you used to make fun of me a lot.
I did. I did.
But you were so nice to me like at the same time, like whatever you were going through and then like whatever you got yourself into, you kept me distance from. So I didn't know any of that. I was super naive to all that and I appreciate that. But like I
And
know.
I always thought it was important to keep like a lot of different friends. You're well rounded. Everybody doesn't need to be the same and dealing with all the same kind of people and same type of things. So it was cool hanging with you all the time. With you on adventures. He used to take me places I'd never been.
Oh, I know. And we would like build forts in your house.
Yeah, at Bill Ford's. One time we went to that log cabin Walmart. Like I never even knew it existed.
I don't know how I got into all that. It's funny. That is funny. Okay, when I met you, you were living with your mom, but so I don't know a lot like before that. So can you just start by telling us like about your early childhood and some of your earliest
Yeah,
memories? Were your parents together at all?
yeah. So I'm from San Diego. My dad was in the Navy. My mom is from San Diego. My dad's from the East Coast. And yeah, they met, they got married, did all the fun marriage stuff. But my dad just kind of sucks. Like he's just like a bad person, you know, like some people are just like bad people and it's kind of hard to like call someone a bad person or like but some people just are like, you know, and that's the bottom line. It's just pretty much a bad person. And so yeah, they ended up getting a divorce when I was like 4 years old. I think like one of my earliest like memories of him and because he was in the Navy, so like he was gone a lot, and we lived in the Philippines for a while, and I got like a few memories of that. But like once we came back here and they kind of like fell out, one of my earliest memories is like my mom like changed the locks and like kicked him out, and he like came and like broke all the windows out of my house like in the middle of the night while I was asleep, and yeah, so I don't know, I kind of like that was kind of traumatic a little bit, but we were actually cool. We were actually cool. My whole childhood, he just kind of sucked. Like, but he was a cool guy. He's a really, really cool guy. If you don't need him, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like a fun person to be around and stuff like that. He dresses really cool. He drives really cool cars. He usually lives like really cool places.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so yeah. Childhood was like pretty cool, hanging around him and all that. But he just was never like a father though. He was like more like a friend and like it was kind of like a trophy, not like I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it though, but there wasn't much development there with him, and he would like change jobs and lie about his jobs and stuff like that, so he didn't have to pay child support. And I don't know, it was just kind of weird. But and I got to see all of that like growing up, and just I don't know, it was never really hidden or like I was able to see it all. But yeah, long story short, we were actually cool. And when I met you in eighth grade, I actually lived with him. My mom kind of kicked me out. I was pretty bad. I was a pretty bad kid. But yeah, so she sent me to live with him, did the whole like boys in the hood, go live with your dad thing. And
That was in San
so living,
Diego?
yeah. So that's when I moved to Spring Valley. That's when I met you. I was
Mm.
so when I went to Spring Valley Middle School where I met you, I just got kicked out of Bell Junior High. And so yeah, my mom sent me to go live over there. I met you. I made it. that school, I only actually went there for 6 months. So it's kind of funny that we ended up like such good friends because we only ever went to school together for 6 months. Kind of crazy. Like, so,
And that was
yeah,
like
30 years
30
later.
years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty dope.
Aw,
Pretty
and
dope.
very few people, I don't talk to many people from middle school still.
Yeah, that's organic. That's really organic, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so he ended up moving to Georgia first during that time. And so I moved back with my mom. I went to Monte Vista and then I got kicked out of there in ninth grade. And by then he lived in Baltimore. And so he sent me to live with him again in Baltimore. That only lasted like a few months. We got in like this really, really big fight. He was just, I don't know, he was different. He was different out there. He's really, really mean and just like almost sadistic. I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it. Like I don't want to put extras on it, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So
Was he using drugs at all?
no, he doesn't use
No, he
drugs.
just,
He
he,
drinks. He
yeah.
drinks, but like not like as an alcoholic, but I
Hmm.
guess you would have to call it that. But he doesn't like drink at home or anything like that. He's like a really social person. So like he goes out every night and drinks. Like even right now, he's
Hmm.
60 something years old. He still goes out pretty much
Hmm.
every night. Like,
Hmm.
so like he's gonna come home like drunk and stuff like that. So yeah. I guess you could call it that, but not just like not like sitting on the couch and like a wife beater, like drinking beers. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's not that guy. He's not. He's kind of like the Dos Equis man. He reminds me of the Black Dos
Sweaty.
Equis man. Yeah.
It
He's
does.
Black Dos Equis man, but definitely has a drinking habit.
Hmm.
Which I guess is why I don't drink.
Hmm.
Never drink. But all right, so yeah. Fast forward all of that. Life was cool, but like different.
I got a letter from you in Baltimore. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Baltimore was a different time, dude. I was kind of like in a dark place. I was still like a kid. I was still a mama's boy, but
Oh.
doing things that were like not really kiddish. And so I don't know. I guess I had to like I made my bed. I had to lay in it, but it kind of sucked. It sucked for like my childhood, my growing up, because like I left a kid and I came back. Like I wouldn't say I came back a man. I definitely wasn't a man, but I wasn't a child anymore.
What kind of things were you getting into, and like, why do you think it was because of your dad or the separation? Or I
Well,
mean, it sounds like you
I
were doing
was
it with
just
your mom too.
I was just I wanted to be something and no one was gonna tell me like differently. Like yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it. Like some people are just certain people, like, and I was I don't know. That part I don't really know how to describe. Like I mean, I was into gangs, I was into like drugs, I was into all kind of stuff, but like in a different way, not in a way like most people would understand, especially people that weren't like involved in that life. I'm kind of like a top tier guy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
What did you do to get kicked out of middle school and high school?
Middle school, I got kicked out of bail for gang stuff. I used to wear like a lot of red, and you couldn't wear any red, and so like we had to wear these blue uniforms. And I remember like my mom gave me money to go buy school clothes, and I bought these like big red, like flaming red Nikes, and I used to wear those. Yeah, they would give me referrals for that, and then so then I couldn't wear that anymore, so I would wear like red underwear and make sure they were showing, or like just different stuff. And then, as time went on, one time I got in a fight. It was like we used to have these riots at Bill. They were kind of famous during that time. Like everybody knew about them. But I got jumped by like these Asians, and that started like this big, big thing. And like all the older kids from Morris like ended up jumping some Asians, and it just I don't know. It started this big thing, and so yeah, I got kicked out of there. And then once I got to Spring Valley Middle School, I literally only got kicked out of there just because I got 6 referrals in 6 months. I wasn't really like that bad. And then I got in a fight. I got in a fight with Ben Padillo, and no, not Ben. Ben like jumped into my fight. I got in a fight with Evan. Evan.
That was in middle school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember that. I remember that because Ben was crying. Like we all thought they were best friends. Ben was crying, and Evan was
yeah,
just laughing, bleeding, laughing maniacally. I
yeah,
did not know to this day that it was involving you.
yeah. It was pretty terrible. So,
Oh
um,
no. Well, you got kicked out because of that?
yeah, that was
What?
like my last straw. That was my last straw referral. That exact incident.
When? Who were you fighting? Evan?
Yeah, I started off fighting Evan, and then Ben jumped into it.
To help you or Evan?
Oh no, to help me, but it wasn't like help. He just was mad at Evan already. Like he just like our fight was kind of over. Like it was like somebody had like kind of broke it up, and then here came Ben, and he just like kind of rushed Evan, and uh,
Oh no.
it was a lot.
So that was I had no idea that involved you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So then I went to charter school. No, did I go to charter Navy? Yeah, I went to charter school, and that's how I was able to go to high school. So then, yeah, I went to Monte Vista in ninth grade, played football, did my thing. And literally, as soon as the football season was over, they kicked me out of there. I got kicked out in February. Don't even, damn, oh, another fight. Like, I got into a few fights. And then this fight, it wasn't even at Monte Vista, it was at Edwards Movie Theaters in Rancho. And yeah, I went to school Monday. They kicked me out. So then, yeah, went to Baltimore, came back from Baltimore, went to charter school, like got my shit together, did everything I was supposed to do, went back to Monte Vista the next year somehow, some way. Like the football coach got me back in there, and I literally, as soon as the season was over, I mean, like as soon as the season was over, like December, like I didn't do anything, I didn't get in any trouble, nothing. They just like sent my mom a letter saying I couldn't go there anymore. The district had decided that my expulsion was permanent. So I don't know. I guess they just wanted to use me for football.
Yeah,
I still,
sounds like it.
yeah, to this day, that one never really made sense. And yeah, I never went to high school again. From there, from 10th grade on, I never went to another like actual high school.
Yeah.
Went to, yeah, I went to a couple continuation schools. I went to like pregnant teen program. I went to a program at Sweetwater High School. I went to Morris High School. They had me like in this other like high school diploma program there. And yeah, slowly but surely I just kind of dropped out. And yeah, I don't know. I never graduated.
Did you get your GED?
No, never.
No.
No, I thought about it like, so a couple years later when I was 18, I went to jail. I got caught in like some bullshit, really. And I have met, when I was 16, I got a job like at Greyhound. And that was like when I was finally dropping out of high school. I got a pretty good job and I met this like older Mexican lady. And she wasn't that much older. She was like in her 20s, but she was pretty cool. And we used to hang out and she used to like give me Coke. And like, so yeah, I started like trying Coke and like I got kind of involved into that. And so yeah, by the time I was 18, I knew a lot of, I don't know, I don't want to be saying all that shit like, yeah, I was pretty connected. Let's say that. I was pretty connected.
Gotcha.
And so I ended up going to jail, and I went to jail with some older guys. One of the guys was like almost 30 years old. The other guy was like 25. He was in the Navy, and we had some really heavy charges, and I had the heaviest of them.
What'd you get
And
arrested for?
conspiracy to traffic cocaine,
Mm.
and possession of cocaine, conspiracy to traffic cocaine, high speed chase. It was 4 felonies: high speed chase, something else with cocaine, something else with cocaine. Basically, they were offering me like 3 to 8 years.
Oh.
Um,
Well, can you tell us about the high speed chase? Hello.
It, it ended up being, it was the worst high speed chase in the world. It was let's call it a slow speed chase. I don't know if you've ever heard of like a Daewoo, the manufacturer like Daewoo that it's like a Chinese car that came out for a little while in the late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, I went in a high speed chase in one of those. It's laughable. Like, I don't
So
know
were they
where I
just
thought
like following you?
yeah, I have no idea where I thought I was going, but I
Yeah.
made it about like 2 or 3 blocks, and I hit a dead end. So I ended up trying to jump out the car, and
Oh,
they searched the car. They found a bunch of coke in there, but that wasn't even the problem. It like only had a little bit in there. The Somehow they knew that the coke like inside the house, like I had just brought it. Like they were watching the house, and it was a big, big, big mess. And so yeah, they were trying to charge me even with the other guy's coke, and just it got kind of crazy.
yeah. Were you out of your mom's house at this point?
Yeah, I was living with these chicks in like South San Diego.
Hmm.
Like a friend of mine, me and a friend, like we just like met these girls, and one of the girls' mom, she like had gotten admitted into like a convalescent home. Like she had like got an leg amputated or something. And I never really fully understood it because like why wasn't the girl taking care of her mom? But I don't know. But yeah, we lived there. We just all lived there, and we were thugging, going to Mexico every weekend, popping a bunch of ecstasies, gang banging, doing a bunch of coke, selling coke. It was pretty crazy time,
Hmm.
but I mean, a really fun time. Before that, my mom, my mom got some surgery like when I was pretty young, and I was probably like 7 or 8 years old. She used to be really big, and she lost a lot of weight. At the time, I thought she just like had lost the weight, but over time, you start to realize that she had a really severe eating disorder, and she got surgery like on her legs. I guess like when you lose a lot of weight, like you'll have like varicose veins, and like her legs were really like unattractive, and so she got like the surgery to get the veins and like the stuff like removed, and they
Mhm.
ended up like really botching the surgery. And ever since,
Oh.
like even until today, her legs just really hurt really really bad, and she has like all these like scars that'll kind of just never go away, and like one leg swells up really bad. So over time, they just gave her more and more Vicodin, like to like calm that problem, and that turned one thing led into another, and yeah, that was a big mess for most of my life. But
For her, she used it, or you would take her Vicodin?
no, 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 she did. She had a really really bad
Oh,
pill problem, like
yeah.
the majority of my life. And so like yeah, by the time I was like 16, I was working at Greyhound. She This was the second time this had happened though. This was actually the second time this had happened. But like she almost died. She would like go days and days without eating and throwing up and like taking pills. And so this shit was like just completely eating up her stomach. And so yeah, one time she got admitted to the hospital for about 30 days. And once she got out of there, they put her in a rehab for another like 30 to 60 days. And during that time, I went to Las Vegas. I had a friend that lived with us here in San Diego. Like my mom would always take care of my friends, like my little straggler friends and shit.
Yeah.
And
It's very welcoming.
yeah, 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 like Joey, like that's what that was. But
Oh.
well, yeah, omit the name. I don't know, edit it. But yeah, well, yeah. So one of that friend, his sister lived in Las Vegas. He had moved to Las Vegas with his sister. And I went to visit one time, and like his sister was like a crack dealer, and like, dude, I thought it was the coolest shit ever. Like the way they were living. Like looking back at it now, I was like, what the fuck, like,
Mm.
but
Like,
like
how
they were
really?
living in
What was
yeah.
appealing about it?
Well, they lived in these hotels. They like lived in all these hotels in like downtown Las Vegas, and they drove these rental cars. Everybody had like hella money, and like I don't know if you remember those Nextel chirps, like those big ass blue Nextel chirps, but
Yeah.
like everybody had those and just like burr, 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 like, talking and like it was hella money going around and it's Las Vegas. It's a lot of lights and it was like, dude, I was 16. I thought that was like, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be my life right here. And so I started selling crack out there. Like she started to like give it to me there and was like teaching me the game. Like she would teach her little brother the game, like who was my friend. He was actually my older friend too, but he's just a little different. Like, he wasn't that wasn't his focus. That was my focus. I wanted to be like her. He just wanted to like survive. Like, you know what I mean? He knew that was the only way he was gonna eat. I wanted to be like her. And so yeah, she taught us a lot. We did a lot. I ended up like coming back that first time from there on the Greyhound bus because I worked there, so I could take free rides and with a bunch of crack like stuffed in my ass. Like I'll never forget it.
Oh, yeah, don't forget that. What not
Yeah,
to
yeah,
do,
like
101.
and yeah, once I came back, I started selling it out of the Greyhound station downtown, and the crackheads started calling me Bus Man. Around that same time, I met this chick that she was like a habitual runaway, and they had kept taking her away from her mom, and so like she lived in Polinsky Center, and I met her like on a weekend visit, like with her cousins or some shit. Like she was like crazy, like especially looking back at it now, like definitely was completely fucking off. But yeah, she ran away from the Polinsky Center and shit. She wanted to be a prostitute. I wanted to be a pimp, and like just started like trying to learn shit. And I went
Why did
and
you want to be a pimp? Because that's
well,
like what
I just
was,
I just like money.
you
By
wanted
that
to make
time,
money.
I needed to make money, and I wasn't getting it from my parents. My mom didn't have any money. Like my dad wasn't giving me shit. Like so, I needed money, and I don't know. It's just kind of always different. I was always different. I like nice things. I really like nice things, and being around my dad kind of really fucked me up because he's like a perpetrator. He's like a faker. Like he'll it to the average person, you think like he has really nice things and shit like that. And I kind of developed that as well. Like, people think I have a whole lot more money than I do and a whole lot more like, but I don't fake it. I don't like go out of my way to like portray an image like he does or like, um, it just kind of comes. But, it's certain things that you learn over time and just kind of, I guess, in your DNA. But yeah, so I don't know. I wanted to. I just like I liked money, so that's why I never like call myself anything. Like I don't. I would never call myself a pimp. I was never actually a pimp. Like it takes a lot to be a pimp. It takes a lot to be a lot of things, but I've done everything. If that makes sense.
Hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was that time. So that was Las Vegas, and during that time, and so I had a lot more money than the average 16-year-old. I wasn't rich by any means. I wasn't even like drug dealer money yet. Like, I just had more money than a 16-year-old. And I had a car. My mom gave me her car. Her car had broken. And she told me like if I could figure out a way to fix it, then I could have it. Well, I mean, how the fuck else are you gonna fix it? Like, yeah, I just had to figure it out. And from there you meet people. If
Yeah.
you're selling crack, you need coke to make the crack. Like, that's where the Mexican lady came in, and then from there she introduced me to someone that kind of took me far. And yeah, fast forward some years. I don't know, I did that for years and years and years and years and years. And then once high school was over, a friend from high school, that I met at Spring Valley Middle School, she ended up going to college, and she went to like this historical black college, and she took me with her. and yeah, sold weed to the college. So like when people ask me like, "Hey, did you go to college?" Like, hell yeah, I went to college. Like, you
Oh
know what I mean?
no.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, I went to college every day. But so yeah, I don't know. That was my life during that time. I went back and forth, and from there I met a lot of different people. So stopped taking the trips so much and just started to send it. Um, And then from there you start sending it to different places and more places and more places. And then I met a friend here, a guy here. It's weird too because I was like really antisocial at that point and really like I thought I was better than most people and like, I just wasn't interested in like meeting anybody or anything like that. But this guy like he drove a Benz and he was kind of interesting, but he wasn't to me. Like you can tell he thought he was more interesting than he actually was. And I used to be at a friend's house all the time, and this guy every time I would pull up the guy would come outside and like try to be seen and like he'd like come and smoke a blunt outside by himself and like but make sure that we seen him. And my boy would tell me like, dude, he only does that when you pull up, like, you know what I mean? And so finally one day we get to chopping it up and he's like, hey man, I'm from Michigan, my wife is in the military, and like I sell weed in Michigan, I need some weed to send out there. And so shit, man, me and that guy, we we did it real big for a while. We did it real. Yeah, we did great. And that shit fell apart. That shit fell apart. And started like I got a job for a little while. After that fell apart, I got a job for a little while. I was working at the Union Tribune at the newspaper here in San Diego. And I had moved out, had my own place, and like life was cool. And I was like a kind of like a normalish guy. Like, I mean, I was still me and I was still hung in those kind of circles and things like that. But around that same time, a couple of my other friends that, they're kind of the same kind of guys as me, people started to like rap and YouTube became more popular and things like that. And there was this whole like movement called like 1130. Like it's really 1130, but it's like LEM and then THURDY. But yeah, the whole movement, like the 1130 movement and the whole era, it just kind of created a whole new monster. So yeah, then I didn't have a job anymore. I got laid off though. I didn't even quit the Union Tribune. Like I just got laid off. But from there, shit, I was able to maintain 2 cars, a condo. Like I actually lived like 3 different places. I like lived with this chick. I had my own crib, and then me and my boy had a condo downtown that we shared, like just to party in and like house prostitutes and shit like that. Like it. I don't know. Probably talking way too much on the podcast, but
Yeah, I wouldn't want you to get in trouble. That was all very long ago though.
yeah, a long time ago. But yeah, so from there, I ended up having my daughter. I had my daughter, and
How old were you when she was born?
I was 30. My oldest daughter that I have is my kid's mom's like oldest kid. Like she was already born. I met her.
Mhm.
She was already 4 years old when I started raising her.
Okay.
And even that is kind of like it's a really odd story. I have a really odd life. So I had met this other chick. And she had these 3 kids. And her daughter, like, really became attached to me. Like, before I even became attached to the chick or anything, like, me and her daughter just had this really, like, close bond. I don't know. I don't know. Like, her daughter, like, made me, like, this cheesecake for my birthday one time. And, like, that was my fucking daughter after that. You know what I mean? I
Aw.
like, took care of her and her little brothers like for a while, but the chick had just had a child. Like when I started getting involved with her, she had like a fucking 3-month-old kid or something. Like
Mhm.
so I couldn't never get over that.
Mhm.
But like I really did love the chick and she was so great. Like I mean like really the fucking best ever. Like She used to buy me all kind of shit, and like I don't know, and that doesn't make her great like at all. But I'm just saying, like the way she like took care of me, it was amazing. But she like wanted me to have another kid with her, and like, dude, I just fucking met you, and you already have a 3 month old. Like, there's no way, it's not happening. No possible way it's gonna happen. And so I feel real bad, but like, yeah, my kid's mom, I actually met on a field trip with the other chick's kid. Like, kind of
Oh,
scandalous. It's kind of scandalous. It's kind of scandalous.
kind of, but also what a wholesome place to meet somebody. I know not in a wholesome way, but
Yeah,
it's not a
yeah.
bar or
Right,
your
right,
second
right. No, it was
condo.
at SeaWorld. It was at SeaWorld. Fucking
That's so
Shamu
cute.
and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, so
So that
that
then, did you guys have a relationship?
we did, but if I'm being honest, I knew that it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to. Because this is where the depression starts. This is where the depression starts 100%. And I don't want to blame her or the relationship or any of that. Like, but this is for sure where the depression starts. It was never me. We're not the same. We're not the same kind of people. We're not the same. We're not from the same kind of walk of life. We don't hang in the same type of circles. And like, so all of that shit that I just described to you that I do and have done. Okay, think about like tiers. Think about like levels to things. Think about like even fucking whatever it is, because a lot of times people like to like throw street shit or like illegal shit all into one like batch. Like, oh, you're a gangster, or you're just like. But there's different kind of gangsters. There's different kind of like everything. You know what I mean? There's different kind of ghetto. There's different kind of white ghetto. There's different kind of black ghetto. There's different kind of like. There's just different, and we're different. I don't want to. I'm not better. I'm not worse. She's not better. Like we're just different. We're different. We're completely fucking different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we always have been. We always will be. We think different. We came up different. I want to thrive. She wants to survive. We're just different. We're different. And that started a depression because I had a kid with somebody. I dodged having a kid for so long. Like I was 30 years old when I had my first kid. And I have commitment issues. And that's like, one of the biggest things. But I also have like abandonment issues. That prostitute chick that I told you about that I started off with like at 16, she like kept running off. Like, and that never bothered me. I expected her to do that. That's how I met her, like running off from places. Like, you know what I mean? But and
Mm-hmm.
that's what prostitutes do. But like one of the times she came back with this kid, and it was like the exact amount of time it would have took, and all the shit lined up. All the shit lined up. And she's claiming it's my kid, and I'm taking care of this little kid and buying it diapers, and like I'm out here thugging. I was still like 17 or some shit like that. I'm out here thugging, like in this old bucket ass Nissan Sentra, and I got the little baby in the back in the car seat, like a.
Oh.
No, it was the craziest shit. Like I got the little baby in the car seat, and I'm gang banging, and I'm like I'm on the block. I'm going downtown to deliver crack. I got this little baby. I'm going to buy fucking diapers and shit. Like, and then one day her mom called me like, yo, I haven't seen Dominique in well, yeah, I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to not say any names, but I haven't seen her in like 2 days. Can you bring the baby some diapers? And I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm on my way. So I go get the diapers. Like, it takes me like a couple hours or whatever. By the time I get over there, she had came, got the baby, and disappeared. I've never seen her or the baby ever again in my life, ever.
Wow.
And like I did find out later though that it's definitely not mine. She like lost her kids, and like they ended up having to do like DNA tests and things like that to determine uh, paternity on who to go after for like child support and things like that. So it definitely wasn't mine. But yeah, it just that definitely left a huge scar. for a long time. So yeah,
Oh.
fast forward to me like dodging having kids with people and shit like that all of that time. Cause I don't know, I couldn't like go back down that road. But then I had a longtime girlfriend and she didn't want to have a fucking kid with me, man. And that shit used to bother the shit out of me. Like, dude, I'm not good enough or what? Like, I'm making this money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, she just didn't want to have no fucking kid with me. But I didn't want to have a kid with anyone else. That was the only person I like really trusted to have a kid with. And so I guess that's kind of where I started to take care of like the other kids that weren't mine. Like, all right, well, I guess I ain't gonna have my own kids. I just dug out with these kids. But yeah, so now I'm taking care of Alessandra, which is my oldest. Like, that's the one that was already that's that's my kid's mom's oldest kid. So I'm taking care of her.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie, I'm taking care of their mom. That like fooled me. Like, like when she first came around, I knew she was young and didn't really have much and like not much going, but I definitely thought she had a job. I definitely like she used to like fake like she had a job, like she was going to work and like she fooled me. I thought she had a car, I thought she had all kind of shit. She fucking like didn't have nothing. And which is okay. Which is okay. Especially it was okay at that time because I created a space for her to go and get everything. Like we lived in Spring Valley, we had a cool little condo. I was just asking her to like chip in like $200 a month, and I was really just on principle, just because I'm a different kind of guy. I'm not the help. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, coming up the way I did, I, I'm gonna I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna charge you for my time long before I'm gonna spend money to spend time with you. Like if that makes any sense.
Well, you don't want
Um,
to feel used. No, it does make sense. Like you're giving and giving and giving. And like I could see how, I mean, that's fair to pay rent. You're not
yeah.
married and
So
if you're living with
so,
somebody, but the lies
but
is
yeah,
horrible.
I was just asking, just for like a couple bucks, like, and I don't know, just it's been such slow progress that shit has held me back so much, and I hate to say it that way because I mean I really love this woman, like I do, I still do, I still like, but the process of having kids and becoming, I wouldn't even say a good father because I don't, I try to be a good father. I hope I'm a good father. I don't know if I'm a good father. You know what I mean? Like everyone hopes they are, but you can always be better. But just the whole process of even getting to this has like completely destroyed me. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. Like I can't be myself. You got to bring her along or she feels some kind of way. She has this like weird, almost like resentment towards me. She says weird things, like as if like almost like as if like I just like okay, like I started a business during COVID, and like she says weird things as if like, oh yeah, because you can start a business and like go off, and I gotta stay here. Like the fuck are you talking about? Like no, like you can do everything I can do, and I've created a space for you to do that. I've asked you to go to school. I've done like anything and everything I can do. But when I met her, when I started this, I was ahead of everyone. Now I'm behind. And that shit is eating my soul alive. And so in the last year, I'm reclaiming that. Fuck that shit. Take care of myself. I'm gonna grow my business. I'm separating myself away from her and just the whole idea of what I thought my family had to look like, especially being a black dad. Like, let's just put that out there right now. Like, you allow stereotypes and shit like that to like make you do things that you probably wouldn't or shouldn't. And like, I've allowed myself to be miserable for far longer than I ever would have, like, if my kids weren't involved. But I just thought they had to have a certain picture of a family. But the reality of my family, like, is if I'm sitting in a room with my children and their mom, and my children are hungry, they're gonna say, Dad, I'm hungry. They're not gonna say, Mom, I'm hungry. And that's not normal. That's not the normal like dynamics. It is what it is, whatever, but that's not like your average situation. And so for me to keep like trying to portray this happy family, this like even my kids know that shit's fake. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like at this point, I just gotta save myself, man. At some point, sometimes you gotta save your fucking self, or you can't save anybody else anymore. Just like when people are drowning in a river or something like that. Like how you're supposed to throw them something. You're not supposed to jump in. I jumped in. I jumped in.
Yeah, if you're not healthy, then you're no good to anybody.
Good to nobody. You jump in the river to try to save the drowning person, and they're gonna drown you. They're gonna drown you.
So how many kids do you have with her?
I have two, and then hers. So I got three. I only have three kids. Well, I take care of like four kids because I still send money to the first chick's kid that I met. That I was on the field trip with. I still
Oh,
like, yeah.
yeah.
So I take care of four kids. I pay for four kids' sports.
Yeah.
Buy creeks for 4 or 5 kids.
So is the mom and you have gone separate ways? Is she involved?
Yeah, but she won't let me go. She won't let me go. And I'm having this battle. It's been about a year. It's been about a year, this back and forth battle, but I've been battling it because she like pulled some code shit like a couple years ago, and like we were trying to move, and like her dad is like super involved in everything that we do. Like, I mean, every single part of her life. He's like right there. Like they say we a lot. Like everything is them. Like it's really fucking weird. And that's half the reason why I've always stayed too, because I don't want her dad to be the main influence of my children if I'm not around. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a really weird situation, and I respect the man. I like the man. I I I think he makes horrible decisions, and we just don't see life the same. We don't see life the same. Like I said, I'm trying to thrive. They're just trying to survive,
Yeah.
and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not like talking shit. I'm not like a lot of
Yeah.
people are just trying to survive, but I, I,
So
I
you
don't
guys
have a
are
high school
all.
diploma. I don't I don't have an option to fail. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Mhm.
have an option to make bad decisions. I don't have an option to not do to not keep growing, and they won't grow. And so when you have like dead weight like on a tree, like how the fuck can the tree grow? And I've reached a point where I can't grow anymore. I can't do anything. I can't fucking move. My credit's all fucked up right now. Like my life is like in shambles, and I make 200 and something $1,000 a year. Like crazy, it's crazy.
So your kids live with you and she's still
No, they
living
live
with
with
you?
her.
They live with
They live
her?
with her. They live with her. And I live with my mom because when she had the stroke, or remember I said, we're gonna call it a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so they live with her
Yeah. How often do you get to be with them?
every day.
Every day?
Yeah, yeah. I see them every day. I go over there every day. I pay most of their rent, so she can't
Yeah.
really tell me I can't come over there.
Yeah.
It's more of me like leaving when it's time to leave type of thing. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm like super active dad. See my
Yeah.
kids every day. Spend pretty much
Mhm.
every moment I have free with them.
Do you feel
But
like
I
at all?
work on the road though. Like
Yeah.
I usually leave Sunday night. I get back like Monday night, Tuesday morning or so, and then usually I leave again like Wednesday night. So get back Thursday night or Friday morning and
Hmm.
do the same thing all over again.
Yeah. Well, we have to work, right?
Gotta work.
Gotta work. Do you feel like sheltering the like how do you or do you care? But I assume that you don't want them to go down the same road that you went down. And how do you prevent that, or can you? What do you think?
Um, yeah, you can definitely prevent that. It's really easy to actually prevent it. When I was a kid, everyone was like preoccupied with their own shit. And like, yeah, I did things, I played sports, but I don't have any preoccupations beyond my kids other than making money for my kids. Obviously, I gotta leave for that. But my kids live a really, really, really privileged life.
Hmm.
And a lot of it is not even just like bought things, but a lot's invested into them, if that makes sense. My kids like my son goes to wide receiver training a couple times a week. My daughter does the same. They both run track. They got like personal trainers and things like that for track. They go to different like they go to one thing that's I get a discount for the both of them or whatever, but it's like $500 for 10 sessions for the two kids. They're really, really, really busy. They got 24-hour fitness memberships. My son's
Hmm.
8. He just turned 8. My daughter's 10. They go to 24-hour fitness like
Oh.
twice a week.
Well, in the that working out and just living a healthy lifestyle too, that releases the endorphins, probably keeps them feeling healthy mentally.
Healthy mentally, and as long as they feel like winners, you know, there's a lot of decisions you'll never make if you always know that you're a winner. You know, and shit, yeah, they are. They're winners. They just both competed in the National Junior Olympics last month. My daughter's played in I think 3, maybe even 4 different national flag football championships this year.
Those pictures of her running are so cool.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
she's on it, man. She's on it. And I mean, education as well, not just the sports and all of that. They're super into education. They know that they're student athletes. They know what's expected of them. They have peers. All of their peers are pretty much the same. One of my son's best friends is the fastest 9-year-old in the country
Oh my
for the
gosh.
third year in a row.
Whoa.
Uh, and it takes a lot to be that. And so it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of everything. And them being around people like that and that being their circle, it's hard to fail. It's gonna be hard to fail.
Mhm. Mhm. That's wonderful.
It's gonna be hard to accept failure. Let's say that.
So how did they choose to get into this, or did you kind of do this and on
Um.
purpose?
Well, yeah, no. Everything I do is on purpose when it comes to my kids. Like
Mhm.
literally everything.
Mhm.
But I have like a circle of friends. I have a circle of friends, and like we consider ourselves certain way, our little people, and we just conduct ourselves a certain way. And a lot of them had kids earlier, and so their kids are like in college right now, graduating college, going to do different things.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's kind of like a blueprint almost. Like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're not gonna do that, like kind of
Yes.
thing. Yeah, certain things like we're definitely just gonna do, like no matter what. And I think that's kind of what's been a big help to them. But yeah, no, my daughter, she didn't want to do anything. A couple of years ago, I had to make her. I signed her up for track. She was crying and like, but I could just tell by her body type and her shape that track was probably going to be her thing,
Mhm.
and it's working out.
It's
Working
working out, right? And she like,
working out.
yeah, my 4-year-old, she's like, I don't want to go tonight. We go to soccer and martial arts, and then of course she
Yeah, you
always
gotta
has
go.
fun.
You
Yeah, you
gotta
have to
go.
go. We've already
You gotta
committed. What are
go.
you gonna do instead? Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's a little like a little Joe Jackson. Sometimes you got to go a little hard on them or make them do things that they don't want. But like another parent I was talking to recently, and we were kind of all having that conversation, like, kind of like at what point do you want it more than them? Like, at what point are you forcing it? And
Mm-hmm.
like one of my friends says, you obviously don't want to force a kid or like you always want to make it fun. Once it becomes not fun, then obviously it's over. But I can't let you quit. I can't let you say I don't want to do this. Like at that point, I'm letting an 8-year-old make his own decisions. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
so I don't know. But
So
yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty good
they
at
love it.
like compromise, you know.
Right.
So you have to do something, but
Gotta do
like
something.
like my oldest daughter, she's 19 now, and so when we did martial arts 4 days a week, but then when she wanted to try something else, like I think she did cheer or something, I was like, okay, you're still gonna go to martial arts on the other two.
Yep.
That was like
Yep.
retracting a big part of our commitment, but at the same time letting her, try something else. So I'm big on compromise, but not letting them make all the decisions. They definitely are not able to drive their own ship yet.
Right, right. And I'm down with compromise. I'm down with obviously just not forcing things. I love for stuff to be organic. To
Mm-hmm.
me, it's only really natural if it's organic. But I
Yeah.
know probably an oxymoron or whatever. But like it otherwise it's gonna fail. It's forced. It's like fabricated. It's not gonna last. So
I
I
think a
let
lot of
them.
time they don't know what they want. So when they say, I
That
don't
too.
want to go to track, well, just try it out because you'll probably like it because we know them better than they know
We
themselves.
know them better, and you might not want to go to track, but I know that you want to win. So you got to go. you
Yeah.
know, you got to go. You might not want to go today, but I know for a fact that you want to win. So we're going. That's just kind of how it is. But I think they'll be okay. All this, she played on the EYBL team last year for like the Jordan sponsored team, NBA sponsored basketball, like national 16 and under team. I mean, shit, she was only 15 at the time. Got a few college offers already off of that, and she's
Oh
only
my
going into her
gosh,
junior
girl.
year.
That's so
So,
cool. Congratulations.
yeah, yeah, thanks, thanks. So just trying to play it out, and just gonna keep doing what we're doing, following the same formula
Hmm.
and shit like that, man.
I know. That's good. How and when did you turn your life around? Like when the kids came
Well, yeah,
around?
yeah. Pretty much when the kids came, things were already changing. Life was just kind of already changing, and again, I don't like to force things. And so once I felt like a lot of things were just changing, like people were going to jail. There was these indictments that were coming out at the time, and they were like locking up people like left and right. And luckily, like they weren't talking about us. It was like a whole different
Hmm.
group in Spring Valley. But one
Hmm.
time I got pulled over with one of my friends, and like the cop literally told us to our face, like you guys, like you see what happened to the guys in North Park, like you guys are next. And
Oh.
yeah, so it was a lot. It was a lot. He thought we were like some different guys, but no matter what,
Hmm.
it was a lot. And yeah, so once my daughter was born, I still like sent a lot of packages, but I
Hmm.
didn't really do like much else besides that. And by then I already had a job. I had a job. I was working at as a contractor for Cox Cable. And then one of my best friends got killed. Literally, like had his kid in the car, decided like randomly to go drop his son off real fast. Went to go sell some shit at Burlington Coat Factory and got fucking robbed and shot in the neck by a fucking scrub.
Oh my gosh.
By a fucking scrub. Couldn't even have been like, damn, just damn, by a fucking scrub.
No.
And that just it opened my eyes to a lot. No matter how fucking whatever the fuck we thought we were, whatever, like you could get taken out by a fucking scrub. Like it just I don't know. I don't know. That
Like that
definitely.
made you see it's kind of not worth it. You're putting too much
Yeah,
risk out.
just gotta find a different route. I wouldn't
Mhm.
change anything though, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's not worth it. But I mean, it's definitely not worth it. But I also wouldn't change much about my life
Mhm.
um, as well. Other than maybe having more people like not so preoccupied with their own bullshit as a kid.
Well, yeah, it's hard to have regrets. Otherwise, you wouldn't be who you are now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You know, and everything
Yeah.
makes you who you are, how
Hmm.
you think, how you move. It's all from, pieces as a kid or whatever. But yeah, no, definitely I wasn't gonna go out like that, dude. Who's gonna explain that to my kids? And who the fuck's gonna take care of them if I'm taking care of their mom and everybody else? So
How do you cope with that kind of tragedy?
you don't just keep fucking living. And hope that shit don't take you under. I'm big on mental strength, and so I've always I've always kind of recreationally used drugs, like like coke, ecstasy, shit like that. Like forever, like I'm a partier and I sell shit and like hanging around and like people with money drugs. But like drugs changed. They ended up killing another one of my closest friends in 2020. Fucking took a pill. Some chick gave him a fucking fake Percocet and killed his ass dead. The like coolest guy ever. Like the coolest guy
Oh,
in San Diego. Like one of the most like known guys. Like you know what I mean? It's just like, huh? How? Like what? Not him. And like again, who the fuck was gonna explain that to my kids? So yeah, just over time, just leave things alone, and gotta grow. I think it's all about growth. It's all about growth. I was able to like stop hanging. I was in the gangs like as a young guy, and then as I started to make money, I was able to grow out of that. You know, when things change in certain like seasons, I'm able to grow out of that. I might get a job, I might do whatever. Like even like right now, I've been owning a business for the last like 4 years, going on 5 years. If that shit fumbles, I will get a job tomorrow. Like it's whatever. You got to do what you got to do.
yeah, yeah. I think my favorite one of your posts, oh, I can't remember now. I was like, I used to be a baller. Now I'm paying kids
Man,
sports. What was
yeah,
it?
that shit is hard though. I think a lot of times I post shit like that. Well, one when I run into like different people and things of like guys in circles I used to run in and shit like that. Like they always say like, "Damn, bro, that should be motivating," or like, "Seeing you do this or that is like motivating." And then other people think I'm fucking rich. Like, "Oh, dude, I see you got the business. You're doing this. You used to have that. And you used to be this." And like, and then other people think I'm fucking poor. Like, and so I just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of like to show like all aspects of it. You know what I mean? Like shit, you'll never really know what's really going on. Like,
No, you won't. And I think, I don't know if
you know
that's a
what I mean?
dad thing. Like, I don't have that as much, like, because I'm just so, my kids are my life and my identity, which probably isn't good, but, and my husband's here. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm 50 years old with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And I
Oh
mean, he has
yeah,
a 22-year-old too. So he's gone through it, but then he thought he was done. And he's
right.
like, I should be like a grandpa right now. And I have young children. And he's like, I can't do the thing. He feels like there's that where he used to have this freedom. And now that's kind of we're in a different chapter. So
Mm-hmm.
I really resonated with your post because I'm like, that's a
Mm-hmm.
thing.
No, no, it does, and the young kids, it's like sucks for them, and so it goes back to your question. I don't know how much of it was really me, like forcing the change, or the change being forced upon me. Like having to take care of my kids and feed them and take them places and be there. Kind of hard to, kind of hard to be whatever you thought you were.
Oh, people, yeah, well, you could have chose not to be around.
Yeah, fuck that. I know what that.
Mhm.
I know what that does.
Exactly.
I know the results of that.
Yep.
Fuck that. No, my
No.
kids are my life too, man. They breathe life into me. They're amazing.
Mm.
They saved me. They definitely saved my life. They
They
definitely saved
look
my
like
life.
you.
Yeah, man.
Like, there's no question who's the dad.
Right, right. They definitely saved my life.
Oh, that's so sweet. Are you open with them about your past?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't like, I'm not that kind of parent. And I guess that's where I say, like, damn, maybe I could be a better parent. Maybe I'm the perfect parent. Maybe, I don't know. Whoever fucking knows, you know what I mean? But I don't really hide anything. Like, I don't. They know all my friends. They know, like, but they know me as dad. They don't see me as like any of that. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think if somebody told them some stories, I don't think they'd have any fucking like, oh yeah. I don't think they'd be surprised at all about anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think there's like being open versus oversharing. It is a fine line
Yeah,
to
exactly.
balance.
Like they don't know. Yeah, you know what I mean. But and they're young. They don't. They're young, but they. I'm I'm like a part of. I don't know. That's what I mean. I don't want to like say it that way. It sounds like you're like think you're somebody you're not, or like because really none of us are shit. But I'm a part of a certain crowd, like a certain like, and even kids can see that that crowd of people are different than the other people. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
So
Are you spiritual?
yeah, very.
Yeah, you talk like you are.
Very, but not religious. Not religious, but yeah, very, very, very.
Yeah, good. Okay. Well, you're awesome.
Yeah, we got to do it
I
again. We're doing
appreciate
part
it.
two.
Well, yes, I'm down. I appreciate everything that you're sharing. And if there's, yeah, do you like, what's your main message you want to share with the world,
Oh
whoever
shit!
listens
Never
from?
give up, man. Never, ever, 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 ever give up. Never like whatever you see yourself as, that's what you are. That's one thing I've learned in life. When I saw myself as this, that's what I was. When I saw myself like as that, when I see myself as a great dad, like whatever you see yourself as, that's what you're gonna be. And sometimes you got to take a real hard look in the mirror and make sure that what you see yourself as is, really what's being portrayed. But I think that's my main message. That's my main goal in life is, whatever you see yourself as, that's what you're gonna be. You think you're a winner. You see winning in your future. You see great things for yourself and your family. Then that's what you're gonna get.
Cool. I love that. That's
Yeah,
true. A lot of people say that in different ways.
yeah. But I think that's that.
I love it. Do you mind if I steal some of your quotes to put on my
No,
socials?
not at all. Not at
I
all.
love them. They're so good and just so in tune with yourself. It's beautiful.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
I
It was
know.
friends like you that, like, you were always a really, really great friend. I want you to know that. Like, I mean,
Oh,
a really, really, really great friend. And having you as a friend and a person to talk to, and like, um, you, it means a lot. It makes a big, big difference. It makes a big, big difference. Makes a big, big difference. I'm like really sensitive to like prejudice and like racism, like really, really sensitive to it. I've always have been. I don't like trip on it, but I can sense it like long before, and I've never got any like so. I never had very many white friends in like different races or like because of it. Like, you might like, yeah, me and you are cool, and then I go to your house and your parents are like, you know what I mean? Like, but I never got that from you, like from nobody, not one person in your family, not anything. And that shit like really made a huge
oh,
difference. You got to see like, hey, everybody's not like, you know what I mean? And because everybody's not the same and shit like that. So that was really dope. So I want you to know that and take that and always, always know that that shit really mattered.
oh, yeah, yeah. I think I was raised well in that sense. Like, yeah.
Yeah, my uncle was married to she's like Asian and white, but and she's not like racist at all, but like her family and just I don't know, it was always weird going
Oh,
over there.
sorry.
Like,
Yeah.
so okay, I don't know. I got sensitive to that shit at a young age, and
Oh, that's hard. That's stupid. It exists.
yeah, it is what it
Right?
is though.
Yeah.
That's the world.
I think people just want to hate on something or other, and
Right.
There's a group of people
And
I don't
you
like, but
you were white, but you're like ghetto. Like, you drove a bucket. He was always in the hood. Always had some weed. Pretty fucking ghetto, man.
my shoes, that's what you started making fun of me was my shoes. And I'm like, well,
Yeah,
oh, you're
shoes
so rich, you
busted.
have like fancy shoes.
Shoes busted. Yeah, Jolene was cool as hell.
I didn't care about all that, like trying to look rich or fancy. We had, like you saw our house, we had a big house and I was very well taken care of, but we weren't all about like brand names and we
Right,
got
right.
bagged cereal. We didn't get the expensive stuff, so we were thrifty at the same time. And I got hand-me-down shoes. And those shoes you made fun of were my first pair of Airwalks, and I thought they were so cool because it was my first brand name thing ever. But they had been
Shit.
through so many people's feet before mine.
Oh shit. I can see him right now in my head, dude. I remember looking like, damn, who's this cute ass white girl? I looked down like, oh shit, what is going on? And, and like I just came from Bell, there was no white kids there. Like, and if there was, they had on Jordans. They was trying to like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck is this?
They were like
Oh
hand-me-downs for my friend, and then before that they were her brothers. Like, but I thought they were
yeah,
cool because they were Airwalks.
nah,
See, I didn't
they
understand
were,
that mentality of brand name
they
stuff.
were, they were cool.
Once upon a time.
They were cool. Oh shit, I remember that. Damn, then what about you worse? I'm like poor little like kid and shit. I'm just sitting there talking shit about your airwalks. That's fucked up.
I know that's mean. You were technically bullying, but I'm not sensitive, so I didn't care. And actually, that brought us
Man,
together. So
it
whatever.
did, it did, it did.
It's so funny.
Damn, that's crazy. Because as a kid, like I'm not even looking at it like bullying. I really wanted to know, like, what the hell is going on? You gotta have nice clothes, all this shit. Like you look down, like, oh hell no.
But that's all perspective. Like you
Yeah,
thought
it
they were
is.
all
It
dirty
is.
and beat up, and I was like, cool, they're
It
Airwalks.
is.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
No.
They were better than the Velcro sneakers my mom had bought me, even though they were brand
Right.
new. I was like, Velcro? I am like 6 years old. I don't need Velcro.
Not the Velcros.
I know.
All right, all right. Well, yeah, shit, I gotta go wash my truck real quick and then take my kids to football practice right damn now.
Love that. Thank you so much. My husband just
Yeah.
texted me that he's got a big steak waiting for me, so
Oh, dope,
gotta get home and eat my meat.
dope. Probably gonna
Thank
start eating meat
you.
again soon.
Thank
You
you for the
welcome. You
time and
welcome.
telling me all the things. And also, thank you for sheltering me because I could have gone to a really dark place if you would have exposed me to some of the stuff you were going through.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
No,
very
no, no.
impressionable.
You have no business over there.
I sure didn't.
Yeah. Right.
No. Well, thank you. And I'll talk
Yeah.
to
You
you very
welcome.
soon.
All right. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Every day that passes, I learn a little more. There's always something I've never seen before. It's effortless attention. I'm tuned in all the time, and everything around me filters through my mind. Somewhere in my the people that